It's called Dreamer because it'll put you right to sleep.
What? What? Is this movie still on? Jesus Christ.
This is Dreamer on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast about bad movies by bad movie lovers for bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me in the studio are Sam and Jackie.
Bowling champion Sam and Jackie.
Bowling champion Sam and bowling champion Jackie.
She didn't win any bowling championships.
Didn't you guys win a tournament or something?
Yeah, me and Sam together.
No. Jackie, when you were on a bowling league
I was on a bowling league.
called the Chicks with Balls, wasn't that your team name?
I was on a team called Chick with Balls in 2011.
Uh-huh.
My team sucked super bad.
Okay, so no championship then.
No, we didn't even get into the conversation of, so who's going to be number one in the league? Well, we know it's not Chick with Balls.
So you were in that conversation then? Because you said you weren't in the conversation about a conversation that's about you.
Well, it's all on a sheet. And if you're at the bottom of the sheet, then that's just the way it is.
Did you hear the words that came out of her mouth?
I don't know.
Okay. We weren't even in the conversation about chicks with balls. You were in the Okay, gotta move on. Sam, you won the championship.
Yes.
Not the grand championship for the PBA, but the local bowling championship.
Yes.
Okay.
I won a city league championship.
Okay.
I've won a league championship and a city tournament.
Individual or team?
All of the above. I've won a lot of championships, Jackie.
Where's your fucking rings?
You know what? And we should mention that one of my trophies is I thought since the movie was a little boring, that having some championship around us would pump us up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As an adult, they don't really give the trophies anymore. Like if you win the league as a team, they'll give the trophy to whoever sponsors you so they can like put it in their business if you sort of twist their arm.
And I think it's funny that you say that you wanted to bring in a little championship to stimulate our discussion. That's a second place trophy, Sam.
It's the only time it ever happened.
You ever got a trophy?
When I was 8, I got second place, and I never felt that sting ever again.
Oh my God. So you brought us a second-rate trophy?
That's the only time, because they don't really give you trophies when you win anymore. They just give you fucking money. So, yeah, I don't have any trophies. I just had cash.
So you can go spend that money and go buy your own trophy.
Yeah, you get patches, and there's like... You can get a ring for bowling a 300. I've never done that. And then you get pins and patches for your jacket. If you
have a bowling jacket, do they give you one?
Well, if you have a 700 series,
what's that?
Where in
What's
3
magma?
games, what's magma? If you bowl a 700 count in 3 games, usually if you do it in a league, that league will generally present you with a jacket. And if you do an 800, you get another jacket, but the 800 jackets are a little bit sweeter.
Yeah. You don't have one of those jackets, do you?
No, I do not have. I have missed the 700 several times.
That's a bummer.
I believe I think 683 is the closest I've ever come.
You know, there was a brief window there, actually like a year-long window that I arguably was the very best bowler in the world.
Oh?
Yeah. 300s constantly. I also... did it all while sitting down. That's my style of bowling. I was an extremely good Wii bowler. Not gonna lie. I was fan-fucking-tastic.
Didn't they rate it though?
What, at bowling on a Nintendo Wii?
I thought it was rated.
No, dude. That thing barely connected to the internet.
Oh, I thought because you were super high rated.
No, I was super fucking good. Super fucking good. I don't know how I was so fucking good. I could just sit there and drink beer, smoke a little dobe.
Dobe.
Yeah, this was a new word for it. Oh, that's what the kids are calling it. And just bowl without moving, and nobody else could do it. And then I 3 years later came back to that Nintendo Wii. I can't fucking bowl for shit in that goddamn thing.
No, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know how I was doing it, but anyways, Sam, what's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to you as a bowler?
Well, I'm going to say that this is, the tug job in the Mazda after the championship is generally exciting.
Okay. From Starla?
Well, it depends.
Brenda?
You have your pick.
Yeah.
There's also Roxy, generally.
Roxy, yeah, she's a good tugger.
This is actually true, and this wasn't because I did anything. It was actually a year that I was down, so it was like a year removed from winning city championship tournament or city tournament. I was bowling against the guy who won it, and when he won it, and I'm going to use excitement in the raw sense. This is neither negative or positive, but the energy level does come up side of excitement. Not only did he win, but he bowled a 300 to win the singles.
Okay.
And I think I was like fifth or something like that, and there was no hope that I was going to do anything. It looked bleak when we started bowling the last game, and then he's obviously fucking bowling his mind off. He bowls a 300 to seal the deal. When it hit the pins and they exploded, he turned around, jumped the ball return into my arms. And I had to catch him and carry him, and he was pumping his fist in the air, and I was like the guy holding him, and people are cheering. I'm like carting this guy around, and I didn't do that when I won. I just did like a fist pump because it was like $700. It wasn't like I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
Right.
But I think if you do a 300 and the 300 seals the deal, I guess. I didn't drop him, so I felt justified that he could do that. I went ahead and caught him and carried him around. But yeah, that's the most exciting thing that ever happened when I was bowling.
Okay. Jackie, do you have anything exciting?
Yeah. So I saw an old lady fall and break a hip once.
That is exciting.
That is exciting because the hospital.
And she was such a bitch, too.
Oh, God.
This is my chick with balls days. This lady was on our league. She had the typical bouffanty hairdo from the 70s that she just never grew out of. It just keeps dyeing it blonde. And she's chain smoking and she's talking shit. And she's like, well, being bitch face McGee. And she gets up there. She's like, I'll just show you how it's done with her red clacking fingernails. And she just totally ate shit. And then she didn't get back up. And everybody else is running over there. And they're like, oh, my God, are you okay? And I'm like, I could not even breathe for like 5 minutes. The ambulance comes. I'm still laughing in the corner.
You should have ran straight over to her like you were going to help and then pointed in her face and been like,
like,
face!
put out a hand and then do the brush your hair back thing.
That was the most exciting thing I think I've ever seen. And she was such a bitch. She didn't come back. And I was just like, yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, my most exciting thing is I got too drunk one time and got thrown out of a bowling alley. So
Exciting.
That was exciting. I have a point to all this.
Sure.
Now, in hindsight, knowing how exciting bowling can be, which all three of our stories were not very exciting.
No.
Does anybody think that making a movie about bowling is a good idea?
Well, I can start by saying right now that this film absolutely captured the essence of the bowling alley. And at no point got close to capturing the essence of filmmaking.
Yes, indeed.
Or storytelling.
Or
entertainment.
Entertainment. Mostly entertainment. Oh, my God.
It had some high drama moments. They just didn't ramp up.
Name one. Name high
Get out! Get out of my house! Now!
Yeah, attempts at drama, but not dramatic. I felt nothing during this entire thing other than, God, please make it end.
Yeah, the only way that they felt like they could infuse some drama in there was to have like this rocky relationship, which only made her character completely irrational and unredeemable in every way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Her character doesn't make sense, and you're like, whatever. There's 8 more of you in the parking lot.
Indeed, bowling lane lady
that are less crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I worked at a bowling alley once.
You what?
I worked at a bowling alley once.
Okay.
I was the birthday person. So every time that they had a birthday party that was scheduled, I would have to come in and do the birthday crap for the kids.
Oh, not like the Mazda birthday lady?
Yeah.
That's a different job.
No, that's not. No, I was not the.
job.
I was not the Mazda birthday lady.
I'm sorry. I believe I requested the hand job.
That's going to be an extra $75, and you did not check the box on your paperwork to receive that. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to get it without Vaseline.
That's how I like them.
Oddly enough, usually the only lubricant available in the back of a Mazda is silly string. I haven't really figured out why.
And barf. Don't forget the barf.
Barf.
Gross.
Yeah, this movie sucks. I don't like it at all. I'm going to go ahead and get that out there right now. It's arguably the most boring thing we've done on here. Go ahead and name another one that's more boring.
I thought that the length of the Barbra Streisand A Star Is Born
Sure.
it was there.
I think that movie's very annoying and very stupid and very hateful and despicable, but
Not as boring.
not as boring.
I liked A Star Is Born way more than I liked this one.
I understand. What's more boring than this one that we've reviewed?
I don't think we've done one this boring.
Nothing happens. Nothing.
I have 4 notes.
I have an entire synopsis of notes, and it takes up a page and a half. An entire synopsis, and I was struggling to write anything down to get to there
Yeah.
because nothing fucking happens.
Hey. They had a really nice Dreamer song.
That they played over and over again.
Yeah,
and it's not a
and
very nice dream. Or not
It reminded me of something that would have been early, late 70s, early 80s that probably would have probably been a hit somewhere.
Almost Yacht Rocky.
Almost Yacht Rocky. I mean, I could get down with it.
It's a blend between yacht rock and country, I would say.
I don't know. I
It
thought
kind of reminded me of the Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah, a little.
all of the music in this movie just reminded me of everything was just a 80s hospital show. Everything was not General Hospital because that was a soap opera and that would be too good of music to be in this, but like Saint Elsewhere or something like that.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Like it's the same guy that did the music for Hill Street Blues, maybe.
uh-huh.
Which the Hill Street Blues song is pretty kick-ass. This wasn't.
Yeah.
So this guy was just copying that, but then didn't get it.
I liked it.
Oh, all right.
Screw you both. I thought the Dreamer song was a nice touch.
I thought it sucked.
I thought that they really put some thought into the lyrics. It was definitely a bowling song. It had the word shot in it, which kind of confused me at first. I thought maybe it was a basketball song that they were like, well, we can't find a bowling song. So
Going to the top, gonna shoot my shot. And that's awesome. Like, wow, they really thought this out, Jackie. Are you being ironic here? Or do you really think that To the Top or whatever the fucking shit this stupid theme song is?
I looked it up on Amazon.
is
I was going to
awesome?
buy it.
No, I think
Put
you're
it
being,
on my
I
music
think
library.
you're being snarky.
Sorry.
The audience people at home cannot tell that.
No,
It sucked.
I thought it was okay.
It was not
Delta Force.
Delta Force, or I'm even thinking like theme music that we've done, like sweet shit from Man from Hong Kong,
Well, that shit was awesome.
blow that shit sky high or whatever,
Yeah.
and others.
Others.
Tomboy.
Yeah, Tomboy.
Yeah.
Tomboy.
Even that shit from Over the Top, also starring Susan Blakely, the Kenny Loggins crap. You know, I'm gonna bond with my son song is fucking rad.
By comparison.
By comparison to this, oh man, God,
Whatever. I didn't think it
hated
was
this.
that bad.
It is bad. The entire thing reeks of made-for-television film.
But it's not.
It's not.
I could see, though, eating some cereal on a Saturday morning and this being on, and you're like,
This is what that shit movie that comes on after the cartoons are over, and you're
Exactly.
you're not ready to get up. You're not ready for the experience of Saturday morning to be over. So you sit through the first half of this and you realize that anything outside, even if it's just one dirt clod, will be more exciting than watching the rest of that movie, even as a child.
It would either star Meredith Baxter Birney, of course, or one of the two brothers from Wings.
Or Susan Blakely.
Or Susan Blakely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So how... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to talk about Susan Blakely because
Please do.
she's not like hot,
Okay.
really. What do you think?
I think she's a nice figure.
What do you give her on a number?
If I have to be purely just sexist scumbag
Yes,
dirtbag man,
yes.
I'm probably looking about like a 7.5.
7.5. I was going to give her a 7,
Okay.
but I actually raised her to an 8.5 because of the elf ears.
Oh, yeah. She's got Gelfling ears.
She is definitely an elf, and that excites me because I've,
She's probably good with a bow and living in trees.
it's just now that my years of womanizing, I've had to develop some exotic tastes. Say
Oh my god.
these normal women don't really do it for me
I
anymore.
prefer them to be short and have Spock ears and live in the forest.
But not
and
all of those things at once.
Have magic powers.
That's like a 10. It's like
you
a
ever-
12 on a 10 scale.
Have you ever dated anybody with a tail?
No,
You should do that and let
I
us know
don't
how
know.
it
That's
is.
less. I don't know about that one. The elf ears is maybe kind of the top of the scale here for me.
You get a tail job tugged off of the
Yeah.
back of a Mazda, but not by hand.
Like a prehensile tail.
Yeah, buddy. Go for it.
Huh.
Yeah, you're dating a chimpanzee.
They don't have tails.
They got red asses.
Yeah, the baboons.
Yeah,
Yeah, know your monkey's butthole.
whatever.
Yeah, date somebody with a tail. We
I
want to
don't- I
know.
don't know about that.
I want to know.
Okay.
What about 3 tits?
Yeah.
let's get some
well,
Total
you know,
Recall
I've
action
seen
going.
Total Recall too many times. It doesn't even excite me anymore.
Damn it.
Been there, done that, sort of.
How about somebody who had a face transplant? You done that?
Nope.
Okay.
Damn, me either. You, Justin? You ever date anybody with a face transplant?
Man, back in the day,
All the time? You were just cruising the hospitals looking for them?
me and Nick Cage. I am making awful jokes just because I don't want to talk about this movie. This is the first time I've ever had to brew a pot of coffee that I think I gotta go fill up just to keep my ass awake while we're talking about this shit.
Well, we have to. I mean, to talk about this movie, something would have had to have happened.
Oh yeah, I guess good point. Hey, bowling podcast over. Come back to us next week.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say the opening of this.
I did.
I liked a lot. Like the
Ye-
old timey pictures that
Ye
they
oldie
showed.
bowling credits. Yeah.
Right. And they did a really brief overcap of bowling in America and how it grew into this like multiple lane, these like establishments that just blew my mind in these pictures. I mean, there must have been like 30 lanes in these places and they were just huge and elaborate. And
Yeah.
the signage on them.
No,
what was that?
I was
Tower
hopeful.
Bowl?
I was hopeful on these credits. That,
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is going to be because it's essentially the same credit sequence as the Sting with Redford and Captain Awesome, Paul Newman.
Paul
you know?
Newman, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Jackie Gleason in that too?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when it first opens up, I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is going to be as good as it gets because I've heard that this is not a very good movie. But I really enjoyed the opening credit sequence.
I did too. But from then on,
I think the only thing that kept me awake is that I'd had a spot of cancer cut off my ear, and it was kind of stingy because I think it got a little sunburned.
it's not cancer, Jackie.
Okay, there's a spot on my ear that got cut off by the dermatologist for sun damage.
Yeah. Quit being so dramatic. Actually, I guess somebody better be because it sure as hell ain't Dreamer.
I think that from the get go, they get done with the old timey pictures, and then it's Dick Weber bowling,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Dreamer, the character, is the pin boy.
Yeah, pin boy.
Pin boy.
He's a pin boy. Get those pins, boy.
Which is the politically correct term. I guess pin monkey is no good anymore.
Is that what it used to be?
I didn't know it was ever pin boy. I always thought it was pin monkey. But anyway, that scene encapsulates the lack of excitement. Everything happens slow. No one in the shot is exciting. There's some strikes. The editing is so slow that nothing is happening. And it sets the tone because the rest of the movie is exactly like that. Ugh.
Oh, nice.
He just walked off to get more coffee, which is good.
I know. What did you think of the wardrobe, though?
It was indicative of the time because I was like 79 this was made. It's a bunch of crap that my dad wore when I was like 6, so that's about right.
My
Like,
grandpa had one of those, spider, the pool sharking guy.
oh, with the vest with the fucking poofy
Matching-
arm.
Yeah, but with the vest with the matching polyester pants.
Yeah.
And my grandpa, he's not really my grandpa. He was like a step grandpa type of thing. My grandma was married like a billion times. And he had one of those, but it was baby blue. And then he always wore these like really obnoxious colored shirts underneath it.
You had to have a really huge collar, and the sleeves had to be really puffy.
Yeah, and then he always wore it open in the front, and he thought he was the sex cat because every time him and my grandma ever went bowling, that's always what he would wear, is his sex cat outfit.
Wow.
And I saw that guy, and I'm like, oh my god, there's my step grandpa. And that's probably how him and my grandma met, was at a bowling alley.
And everybody's pants were up to their fucking armpits.
Oh yeah.
I will say, the retro vintage clothing. It's not vintage; it's trendy at the time. This is some of the hottest '70s attires that we've seen in a movie.
Yeah, we were just talking about
so
that.
many butterfly colors.
You were getting your coffee.
Yeah.
The car dealer guy, he's got like a tie that is maybe 3 inches long, but it's fucking 10 inches wide.
The car dealer guy had the unnoticeable, the ultimate combination of awesome. He was wearing corduroy bell bottoms.
Yes, he was.
That's wow.
I
right
believe
there.
his name was Harper.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
That guy was a sex panther.
Yeah, he would definitely probably use Quaaludes to get laid 3 times a week.
It's funny because he's a car dealer, and the cars he's selling are fairly new cars in 1978, and he looks like probably that's how every car dealer, sales guy, looked back then. But it is the definition of the stereotype car dealer. What
Yes.
we like, scumbag car dealer with cigarette stains on his teeth and I'll make you a deal. And he's backdoor taking parts out of the car and selling them on the black market or whatever. And then you buy a lemon from him. You buy a 1996 Datsun 300ZX and get out of the parking lot, and the fucking door falls off, and you look at him and he goes, "What did you do?"
You look in the rearview mirror, and it's like he was never there.
Yeah.
You go in, there's a different guy, and like, I bought it from Dave, and they're like, there's no Dave here. Dave doesn't work here.
Is he the owner? No.
No, there's no. I mean, two ZX. We don't even have one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to call the police, sir.
We sell Hyundais.
Yeah. Oldest trick in the book.
Yep. Yeah, I like that guy, though. He's cool.
Yeah, he was cool.
Anyway, Streamer grows up. He's not a pin boy anymore. He
is
is
a pin boy. Still a pin boy, which a discrepancy in the movie happens later. I guess it was a different bowling alley that he worked at before, because the one he's at now, the guy clearly states that he'd worked there for 2 years.
Yeah. And he even says so during his interview at the end.
Well, being a pin boy, that's a hot career. You got to go where the action's at. So you're bouncing around from bowling alley to bowling alley,
Back and forth.
wherever you're
because
called.
There's 3 in every town, and that's about it.
Maybe he's moving all across the states. He's got one of those knapsack that he puts over his shoulder and gets on the caboose of the train, and he's headed to San Francisco. He's gonna be a pin boy at the top there.
He did seem to know how to work the trucker game.
Yeah.
So maybe he is a drifter.
Well, his car broke down in Atenol.
In Atenol?
In Antol, wherever he was at.
I don't know where that is.
That's the town he was in.
Okay, that's great.
Bowling Haven.
Okay.
But his car broke down there. That's what he's doing there. And then he just kind of fell into the job with the bowling alley because they needed somebody to do the pins. And then
That makes sense.
And then he started practicing there for free 2 years ago. And that's when he met Harry.
The gal already works there. He just beds her because he bowls a few strikes. She's seen enough. Beds her, even though she lives with her grandma in a houseboat.
So he's just a drifter?
Why not?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
He walks into a diner and like, "Oh, where you from, kid? Oh, I've been all over the place. Where's all the good work? I need money. Well, I hear they're looking for a new pin boy down at the
Well, no, you don't even bother with that. You
Bowl
actually just
Haven."
walk into the bowling alley with your bags, and they figure it out.
Hey, you're the hottest pin boy on the West Coast.
No,
Of course I'll take ya.
Will you work for minimum wage? Yes.
Yeah.
You're hired. And then you keep staring at the manager until he automatically knows the score, and and he just points at the one who's the, let's say, the gal that has the loosest morals.
Jackie, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that you got a huge whistle booger and it's coming through the mic.
What?
All I can hear is,
How do you know it's not Sam?
because he was talking while I heard you breathing.
It's like Paul Harvey. That's
Can you hear it?
Nope, you're
Okay.
free of boogers now.
Yeah, did you? I know the listeners couldn't see that, but I picked my own nose
Oh,
right on
they-
the podcast
They could hear the difference.
immediately.
That's night and day now.
All right.
Much less whistly. Yeah, Sam, I hope you didn't think that I thought pin boys were like the cool guys.
Oh no. But I'm just saying that if you're a drifting pinboy bowler,
Drifting pin boy. It's ridiculous.
he has no family or
None.
home.
No, he is a fucking drifter. He's got no money. He has no money when he starts his film because all of the money he gets, he wins at this first tournament.
And then just gives it back out to the people he owes money to.
So he's not a deadbeat. I mean, at least he's paying his debts. Even if he does have to go back to the old man, it's like, you know that money I gave you earlier? I'm going to need that.
Oh, I have no problems with Dreamer the character. I think he's a fine, upstanding gentleman. I think he has no business being in film because he's incredibly boring. But he's got a boo-boo on his finger, like his thumb.
Yeah.
This is not tense or dramatic in any way because it's a sports movie cliche like, oh, no, how's he going to win with that injury? But they make no big deal about it at all. They just like, he's got a boo-boo and he's not like struggling in his game at all. He's not even really paying much attention to this boo-boo, but he's still just zinging strikes down. Bam, bam, bam.
Well, you know, he puts super glue on it,
Yep. That's
which is a trick that I learned as a hairdresser.
Okay.
That's how you close wounds, like immediately, so that you can continue to do what you've got to do.
Fine.
they actually have a better than super glue now, specifically for bowling, called second skin. So if you cut your finger, it's like you fiberglass it, and it's awesome because after you cover the super glue type stuff, you light it on fire.
Nice.
Yeah, and you have to let it burn for a second, but it feels cool underneath.
Cool.
And then you blow it out after 2
We should
seconds.
just get that stuff and party with it.
I think it would go bad.
Like, my entire body's on fire. This is
You're like,
awesome.
oh, it's only a matter of time before somebody has too many shots and tries to second skin their wiener.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, who's going to be the first one? My hair's on fire. God damn it.
Yeah.
So he wins. He's the hero of the day, loved by all, paraded around town,
Tugged off in a Mazda.
tugged off in a Mazda. But he gets on this bus, and the bus driver, I guess, drives him back to fucking, what is this place? Angelville?
Antol.
Antle? Angelville's where Jesse Custer lives.
It's somewhere that's on the Chicago
Anthol
line.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
all right. So the bus driver drops him off, and he's like, hey, can I have that potato? What? Potato? He's been sticking a potato on his thumb this whole time.
Yeah, I think he got it wrong. I think that the waitress had actually given him the potato. She's like, think of me and then make love to this potato.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Instead, he puts his thumb in it and it heals it, and it was just a weird coincidence.
Maybe he envisioned the potato being her butthole.
And then thumbs up.
Thumbs up, buddy. It's the best move. My favorite move.
Oh my God.
That's the bowling ball right there.
But I think that was supposed to be like a funny, kooky type thing because later on she gives him a thing of garlic,
to put
rub
on
on
his
it.
boo-boos.
Yeah.
Do we think that would do anything?
It'd
I think that would
like a
sting like
son of a
shit.
bitch.
Sure, absolutely.
And then your hand would smell weird all day.
Both the potato and the garlic would sting like shit, in my thought.
I don't think the potato would sting
Not
that
as
much.
bad.
But I think it
Garlic.
would cause bacteria problems.
Yeah, is that going to heal shit?
No.
I don't think it's going to do anything.
That's like I have cancer on my leg
It's
from the
gonna.
sun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a tomato. I'm going to rub this fucking tomato on it until it goes away. It doesn't work like that.
It keeps you from banging it on something else. It's like a helmet for your thumb.
I see you've got a potato strap there. You injured? Yes, of course. A potato helmet.
Or do you have a potato on your thumb and say, "Oh, injured," and you can say, "No," and then
That's my
don't say
thumb.
anything else, and it's like, "What's this guy scheming? Thumb in his potato? Clever, sir. I bet this one's in the catbird seat.
Where's that? I don't know, but it sounds nice.
It sounds nice, and I bet he's working things out fine with his thumb in that potato."
But the bus driver wants it. It's like, I want that potato. Yeah, someday that potato's going to be worth a whole lot of money.
Because it's not just gonna like grow into a potato plant. no matter what you do. Plant it, don't plant it. It will turn into a potato plant.
Yeah, it's just going to rot out. And eventually the maggots are going to get to it, and then the flies are going to come. And yeah, there's no good scenario for this potato. Then you just throw that fucking thing away.
Maybe his wife is old and senile and her uterus is falling out.
Or it's like you put it in the freezer next to your wedding cake.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get them mixed up. Because they all just turn into these balls of snow no matter what you stick back there, right?
Did you guys hear about the old lady that stuck a potato in her vagina?
Yeah.
Her uterus was going to fall out.
Yep.
She had the green vines growing out her vagina. That's why she went in the ER. It grew inside of her.
It won't. Put it in the sun. Put it out of the sun. Put it on a table. Put it in your car. Put it in the ground. Put it on the roof. They turn into potato plants. They're amazing. It's an amazing plant, the potato, but no matter what you do, they grow.
Ship it to Ireland. Oh, won't grow there.
Oh, God.
300 years is still
Too
too soon.
Such an asshole. Please, sir, I just want another potato.
I love them. I love a potato, but I just don't get them very often. Can I just have one more?
Oh.
Such a dick.
You hear that? It's my tummy rumbling. Can I have a potato? Sam from Singer Manos says they grow everywhere. About here. Mold. It was mold that made the potato famine. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So don't make them moldy.
I guess if as long as it doesn't get moldy, it'll grow.
Yeah. So, long story short, this bus driver, is he going to sell it? What's he going to... If it didn't do all that shit, Sam, would you buy a potato that a guy stuck his thumb in that's bloody and gross?
No.
No!
And how can you really verify if it is the potato, or if he's just not, this guy isn't just going back to his house and making replica potatoes and selling them on the eBay?
Let's say he was able to freeze it. I bet they could DNA test it. And then it wouldn't be a relic anymore, so you wouldn't make any money.
How much do you think that would taste, or that would cost? The DNA test a potato.
I don't know.
DNA testing didn't become mainstream or feasible until mid-90s, so
Yeah.
you got to
Like
hang on to it for
$85?
a long time.
For
$85.
No DNA testing?
Thousands
and thousands
Are you
of dollars.
nuts? Yeah, you just go down to fucking Walmart and pick up one of their DNA test kits.
Actually, there's a paternity test kit that you can get at Walmart. I saw it the other day when I was waiting in line at the pharmacy.
Huh.
Wonder how that works.
But it's highly reliable, too.
Yeah, because, you know,
If
you
it's
can't...
at Walmart, it actually just always says yes. They're just playing the averages. If you're at the Walmart pharmacy, you're probably the father. You're somebody's father.
Somebody's at
Take
least.
this one at least,
Yeah,
fuck.
make up for all the other ones you left on the streets. Jesus Christ. All right, so anyways, enough with this potato thing.
They also sell drug tests there.
Why
Right
would
next
you
to the
take your
DNA
own
test.
drug test?
I don't know.
Because if your kid is a fucking pothead...
Or if you're a pothead and you have to take it, like you do what you can, give it the night before try. All right, I'm going to get this job. Or, oh, well, there goes that one.
It's like,
Whoa. I thought you had to get a job tomorrow. Oh, it didn't work, man.
Bob Ross is on. I'm out.
I used one of the Walmart drug tests. Don't you know those always say no? Oh, no. Yeah. The drug tests are always a fail, and the paternity tests are always a pass.
Okay, so he buys a new Mustang. Not a new Mustang. This is like a 67.
It said a 67, and
Yeah.
so it's 11 or 12 years old.
Pays
That's a
cash
nice
for
looking
it.
car
Pays cash for it with his winnings.
for $1,500.
1,600.
This is not the Price is Right, Sam.
And he visits a guy named Harry. Harry, of course, is played by
Jack Warden,
Jack Warden.
who I didn't mention at all.
Say Richard Norton.
The .5, I forgot to mention that old crazy like a fox,
Yep.
Jack Warden.
Man, you see that guy. He's in so many fucking
He's in
movies.
so much shit.
It's so ridiculous.
And just like on Dante's Peak, they could not have given these two dicks like two different names. So it's Harold Nottingham,
Right.
who is Dreamer, right?
Right.
And Harry.
Yep. Harry is short for Harold.
Yeah.
They got the same goddamn name.
And
Please-
so it was like, what?
And it was Harry and Terry on Dante's Peak.
That's what
Yeah.
she's saying.
That's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, thanks for coming into the conversation.
No, I thought
right
you were
there.
just saying just.
It's
okay.
hard.
I thought you were saying just like two people had the same common name, but it's the actual 4 Harrys in 2 weeks. Actually, 2 Harrys,
and
a
3
Harold
Harrys.
and a Terry.
Yep.
I hate this movie.
Well, you know what we find out when he visits Harry the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gets any milk.
Yep, nobody drinks milk.
He's drinking his own milk.
Mm-hmm.
Does Jack Warden take the milk from him and try to drink it?
I don't think so.
But then Jack Warden has some milk, but it's not skim milk, so he dumps it out. Nobody gets any milk.
Yeah.
Which it's Harry's milk. He'll just go get more of the milk he wants because it's his fucking house. You're crashing on the couch of the houseboat.
Who we're not really sure how that relationship even works out. Does he pay rent there? Or is he just living at this houseboat because he's tapping
Yeah,
Susan Blakely's character?
that's what he's doing.
Yep.
That's it.
And she's probably like 17 and he's probably 32.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And she lives with her grandma.
Who's drunk all the time.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit upstairs problems too. Because she's not really addressing some of the things she needs to address.
I
in
don't know.
this
If I was the
houseboat.
grandma, I wouldn't even fucking care. I'd be like, whatever.
It's
you
one
know-
of as long as the bottle of vodka keeps getting full, nobody asks any questions.
Yeah. It's a houseboat. They're not real big. There's not a lot of escape area in a houseboat. If you got a couple teenagers bumping uglies upstairs, you're going to know about it and have a
That-
problem with it. Hey, shut up there!
Yeah,
Whack the ceiling with your broom.
it was a kick-ass houseboat.
Oh, man, that houseboat was great.
Not the Malibu Express,
Yeah, close.
but close.
Yeah, very nice. I would like to go to there. So he goes back to his job at Bullhaven, and he's paying off debts and showing off, and he works on the lanes because the lanes are getting jammed up all the time. This bowling alley's a real piece of shit. None of the contraptions work, even though he's a pin boy all his life.
If I know one thing about bowling alleys, it's that shit breaks all the time, no matter how nice they are.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
Good
the
enough.
one that I worked at was always
It's just,
broken.
yeah.
Get
The-
back there and fix that.
The return on investment on the machinery is very low. It's very complicated machinery, so you just got to fix it a lot.
Well, Karen, Susan Blakely's character, she shows up and throws a tissy fit because he didn't take her to the bowling tournament. And so she's going to go to the next one.
No, she's throwing a fit, just like a typical man that you are. You don't understand shit.
All right. All right.
She is throwing a fit because he went to everybody else in town, including Harry, before he came to see her.
He just went to Harry and then he went to work.
He bought the car.
He
Yeah,
did buy the
and
car.
then he
also
goes
slept
to
in the car.
work to show off his car and to see everybody. And then he's like, oh, yeah, and you.
See, I think he just goes to work. He's working when she shows up.
Nope, because he's
didn't-
trying to leave
Yeah,
so
he-
he can go home and get some sleep. And he's like, hey, do you want to bowl here for free or not? Get your ass in there and fix 16 and 17.
Yep.
I see. Okay. So he was headed there. He was headed home.
He was trying.
Yeah. So it's not his fault.
I think she's irrational.
Yeah. I think he's a dickhead.
Well, I think she's nuts, though. Like, if she thinks that this is going to keep working, like, the only chance she has of getting off that houseboat is him winning bowling tournaments. And for her to be a distraction of that does not make any sense whatsoever.
True. But yeah, he won't take her to the next one either because she's going to distract him, throw his game off. But here, honey, I got you this trophy with my name on it. You can keep that trophy. I really don't need that trophy because it's got your fucking name on it. It's, I didn't win it. What are you going to do with somebody else's trophy? It's not a nice gift.
Nope.
How about
Almost
some fucking cash? I want the cash, asshole, not your goddamn trophy.
diamonds and pearls.
Yeah. Maybe even a steak dinner or something. Fuck. I can't sell a trophy.
Yeah. I don't know if Suzanne Blakely's character in this is, I don't know if she's really steak dinner material.
More like 3 dick dogs for $1.
Yeah.
A buck and a bang. Take her up to the top of the hillside and make the Mustang shucks work overtime. I didn't have an innuendo, so I just went with the truth.
Nice.
Not good suspension on those late 60s Mustangs.
Leaf springs.
Yeah. If this Mustang's rocking, just hang out and make sure it doesn't bottom out. We'll be done in a minute.
I've got a note here that says some unimportant stuff happens.
Yes. At this point, he goes back and takes a nap and then gets woken up because he has to fix something again.
Uh-huh.
And then she gets mad again. This sort of carries on for the next 45 or 50 minutes
Yep.
till he goes to the next bowling tournament.
Bowling championship. He wins. Movie over.
Yeah, well, so he does have the point of he finds out that it wasn't enough. You know, they're not going to let him into the pro bowling
Oh, that's later.
because they're square.
Yeah, that's later because Harry he wants to buy a bowling lane with Harry. Him and Harry are gonna go in business together and buy this place in Peoria because Harry's gonna get an option on it. I don't even know what the fucking option is.
I think you just give the guy some money to hold it for you, basically.
Yeah. What happens if you don't come up with the rest of the cash in that?
Then they get the money for free and they put it back on the market,
Ooh, that's cool.
which in this case, as was stated in the film, was $10,000
Yeah.
for 3 months.
It's not bad. I'll
Nope.
take that $10K today.
Yeah.
Put my house on the market for free $10,000. I guess it's not free because, anyways. Yeah, so they're going to come up with the rest of the cash because Dreamer's going to win the championship and be
If there was ever a sure
showered
thing.
in money. Better put your life savings at stake, Harry, because I'm your good friend.
Yeah, we know about how long his life is going to last.
Oh, spoiler alert. Next up is the world's most boring montage ever.
That they go back to later.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, it's just him bowling, and it's just a double exposure. You can't see either shot.
Yep.
And it lasts, 4 minutes?
It's a, montage league, sports training montage league.
Sucks.
Sucks so
Yep.
bad.
He's bowling and the old guy's talking over it.
You gotta stick with the right side.
Bend your knees.
Hold your elbow straight.
Use it your wrist.
Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Remember the Titans.
No.
What did you say to me, kid?
Yeah.
I just put $10,000 on a bowling alley. You're gonna do whatever the fuck I
He
say.
doesn't do that yet. He does that when he goes to combat the ruling on whether he's eligible to be a pro bowler.
Yeah.
But that's after the montage is when the letter shows up, right? It may as well.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing really
I
happens
don't
in
really
between
care about
there.
anything about that.
Yeah, so and this is the only point that I have with this is that in '79, all you had to have was a 190 to be a pro bowler. Apparently,
You couldn't wait to get to this.
Yeah.
No, that means nothing to anybody other than people who have been on bowling leagues.
Yeah.
Which is you.
Yeah.
And me. Jesus.
Were you surprised by the 190?
Well, I didn't know there was such a thing as an actual real bowling PGA thing, so.
The PBA.
Yeah, I didn't know that was
You didn't
real
have a
thing.
TV
So I'm
growing
telling
up.
you, you're the only one that's wowed about this.
They
190
had
thing.
it was ABC World of Sports.
Yeah.
Sometimes after cartoons, it was the pro bowling.
Yep. Sometimes. Okay. 190 in 1978 is all you need. Okay, that's neat.
Well, I had a 193 the last time I bowled league.
Oh, so you could have been on the PBA in 1978.
In 19, yeah, exactly.
Maybe you would have got steak dinner with or 3 dick dogs and a bang with Susan Blakely because you're famous at 193. You're a big deal.
Yep.
You're the guy.
I get to sleep in a houseboat for free.
Hell yeah.
Shitty Mustangs for low prices.
Mm-hmm.
And free orange juice.
Unlimited orange juice.
Yeah, because he's always getting free orange juice from the Elaine waitress at the
Yeah.
bowling alley.
And we all know that orange juice is very expensive in restaurants and bowling alleys.
Mm-hmm. It's like $3 for a glass.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
May as well just get a double whiskey. Well, anyway, he argues it and wins.
Sorry, tuned out.
no.
Totally tuned out.
I was trying to emulate the movie.
Yeah. Well, talking about the prices of orange juice is about as exciting as that. Did you see the weather today? Sunny.
Yeah. Well, it seems like wherever he is closer to St. Louis than it is to Chicago, because he gets to St. Louis pretty quick.
Chicago and St. Louis are right next to each other.
All right. Well, he's close to one and not the other.
About 3 hours away, right, Jackie?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a terribly long drive.
Okay. Well, he's on one side of one because it was 280 miles to Chicago,
That's too far.
whereas he seems like he went right to St. Louis.
Yep.
Argues with the people, they let him in.
The argument thing is so stupid because either he has how did they fuck that up? Did they fuck it up or were they trying to cheat him out of it because he beat that one guy?
Yeah, it's like the at that point the bowling congress was like, no, we don't want good bowlers. It makes the one guy seem like a shifty dickhead.
Right. But makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Hey, you only have a one night. Well, no, I don't. You guys are providing the records for this. I've submitted my documentation to show this already. You're either in or you're not.
Yeah.
It's not a good scene. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No.
What are the motivations of the PBA? Are they shysters?
I guess.
Stupid. But he convinces them. They vote. And the guy he beat and the head of the PBA vote no. And then everybody else says yes because they can fucking read, apparently. They know how numbers work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good at bowling. All right, let's let him in. We want good bowlers in this. Why did we put you in charge?
Why did they put him in charge indeed?
You want bad bowlers.
Well, they were like, it's late 70s, early 80s. This guy's short, bald, wears glasses, has sideburns. He looks like a CEO, so I think we should make him one.
He doesn't know how numbers work, but we can work with that.
Yeah. As long as he has a secretary named Grace already, I think we're fine.
Yeah, well, I don't really care what her name is. I'm just going to put my hand on her ass right now.
Grace, hold my calls. My name is Deborah. Shut up, Grace. God damn it.
Drop my pen, Grace.
Again.
Also, can you bring in some whiskey?
Pen glued to the floor.
Oh, you poor women. I hope it's getting better for you. We're still dickheads. Men, but yeah.
But now we're better at bowling.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I mean, I was going to just leave my career so that we could just travel the country and you could bowl for a living, but
Career? I don't think Karen has a career. What's her career?
Career?
Yeah, does she have a job? Is she doing
She works-
anything?
Everybody in the movie works at the bowling alley.
What's her job?
She's the counter girl.
No, he's the counter guy.
she
Everybody
does
does that.
birthday parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
She was blowing up those bozos,
That's true.
and she had a desk.
Yeah. Everybody does everything at the bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, again, they captured it.
Well, she dumps him. She doesn't like it because he doesn't tell her about this bowling lane idea in Peoria, and he just expects her to go along with it because whatever. Harry's involved. I think she's kind of got a point on this one, though.
Her options are not real good.
The only chance that, if anything, is him being good at bowling and kicking him out of the boat does not seem like the best move.
Well, he should have been like, so Harry and I were talking about this. If I was hoping you would go with me. If you're going to stay here, if you don't want to go, then I guess I have to figure something else out because I love you and you're my partner and we're a team and blah, 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 blah,
Oh my
blah.
God, this is the 70s. That is
Yeah,
not
that's
ever
true.
going to happen.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like, listen, bitch, you want on this boat or not?
You're going on Quaaludes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put things in you. Probably going to do that anyways. Yeah, so she throws him off the boat. He crashes his own car into the lake.
Yep, because she wants it moved.
Yeah.
So he pushes it in the lake.
I
Or
think
the river.
I don't know.
It's a waterway, according to the police.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So, that's neat. We didn't even talk about the spider guy. We even care. Spider. Yeah.
You know, we
Spider-
talked about his clothes, and I think that was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scummy, though. I do want to talk about Spider a little bit because I have a question about him.
Sure.
He's a little rapey, don't you think?
A lot rapey?
Pretty rapey. Somebody's going to get assaulted behind a dumpster at some point near this guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Con man? Does anybody get con man sense?
Well, he's a pool shark. He's a shitty pool shark.
Yeah, shitty pool shark.
I don't know if he has a job.
He's opportunistic.
Ooh, how dare him?
Yes.
Oh, you're breaking up with your boyfriend and you might be emotionally vulnerable? I'll come over and
He
try to stick in your
didn't-
butt.
know that. He actually just tried to. He was just hanging out outside, and if she was the only one there, he was going to come rape her.
I think he was coming to rape her.
Yeah.
I think he's rapey.
He's case to the joint. He knows that by 8:30, Grandma's out, she's in the surgical plane till the next morning, so he just can do whatever he wants.
On a shit, fuck. On a houseboat, no one can hear you scream.
Whoa. Cape Fear all over again.
Cape Bowl.
Oh, boy.
All right,
Maybe
so
they should have made Cape Fear over again in a bowling alley.
that would have been exciting. No, it
Probably
wouldn't
not.
have. No, I've seen bowling alley movies. I know that they're not exciting. So he leaves his crap with Harry and he goes to Chicago for a tournament. And his car breaks down on the way. And he gets a ride from these truckers.
Which the movie turns into a trucking movie for about 5 minutes.
The only part of the movie I liked.
Yep. He makes it just in time.
Yeah. And then this red guy, the guy he beat at the beginning of the movie, says, "Hey, no double jumping." And Dreamer goes, "What's double jumping?" And we're never fucking told.
I don't think it's anything.
It doesn't play out at all.
No, I don't know. He
Why
wins the
even
tournament.
have that?
No, I don't know. Just being a dick. That guy's just a dick.
Yeah, but it doesn't, like... Dreamer thinks he's, like, giving him actual advice. And
Yeah.
the audience has no reason to doubt it. Because we're not ever... It doesn't... Fuck this movie. All right, so he wins the tournament. But back in Elf Town? Allentown?
Antle?
Anthol.
Well, it's different every time.
Who
How
cares?
dare you call me that?
Oh.
There's some drama between Karen and Harry. They get in a fight. Because...
They can, I guess.
She...
Why not?
He thinks she's a distraction, and she thinks that Dreamer's in love with him. And,
No,
He's living his life vicariously through Dreamer.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she walks out in a huff. And Harry then bowls himself to death.
Why? So why does she come back in anyway?
I guess
I think she feels bad.
this is so edited so poorly that I think that they're trying to say that she gets to her car and has this epiphany of like, man, I was being an asshole. I should go back to say hey to Harry. But you're watching it going, this guy's fucking bowling out of control.
She bowls a game. A whole game. While she's
Walking to her car.
and back.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like those scenes where the guy gets really mad, and so he's like goes out to the forge and starts banging on a hammer with a hammer on some metal and just angry, or he's chopping wood and angry chopping wood, but he's bowling in a fever.
Fevered bowling.
Yep.
It looks so stupid.
It's really dumb.
That man is bowling himself to death.
But I thought his fall was great, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that
And
was
then he fell over and
She-
twisted his leg back.
She walks in and she cradles his head. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have bowled so hard. Harry, don't leave us. I gotta go. Move on without me.
Well, who will drill the bowling balls if you die? Someone else.
Fire. Steve. So, okay. So Dreamer wins. He comes back and he goes to Bullhaven. He's like, hey, everybody, I fucking won. I'm the best. Where's Harry? And nobody's told him this whole time. And so he goes to the hospital. Harry is alive in the hospital.
Yep.
They have some magic moment. Shows him the trophy. Harry does not die on screen. The very next thing you see is they're walking through the graveyard. Harry's fucking dead.
This is the worst, by the way, he's dead shot I've ever seen.
It's awful.
Because they're not at a funeral, they're not at a grave. They're just walking through a graveyard. They're not paying their respects.
Nope.
You don't know if his funeral was that day, if they missed it.
You don't have no idea the span of time that has passed.
If they're lost.
Yep.
You'd have no idea.
I have a problem with Harry being dead at all.
There's no reason for him to die.
He's at the hospital and he's alive. He's had a heart attack. He's got a blood clot. He's had it for eons. The doctors told Dreamer about it.
But not Harry.
Which
is not anything that can ever happen.
So they already know he's got this blood situation. He has a heart attack while bowling. The ambulance comes and picks him up, takes him to the hospital. They say, there's nothing we can do. He's done for. No, if you make it through the heart attack and you make it to the hospital, you're okay. That's the only thing you got to make it through.
The nurses were actually nuns, so...
You either get better from a heart attack or you die from a heart attack, but it doesn't happen a week later. It happens right then. They don't know how this shit works.
Yeah.
God damn it. I just think they're the worst doctors ever.
Probably.
I think they killed him.
They did.
This whiny old boring old guy. It's just off him.
Anybody, they're having their own little Logan's Run in that hospital. If you come in with anything bigger than a scratch, and if you're over the age of 30, you're not coming out. They don't even do anything nice. That's why they're wandering around in the graveyard, because they don't know where you're in, because they don't actually bury. They just throw you in a mulcher afterwards. This hospital is terrible. It would have been a better movie than the one we watched, though.
Which hospital's he in? St. Luke's. Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
I guess he's not coming out of there. Couldn't send him to the other one, huh?
That's why it was called St. Elsewhere. All the patients ended up elsewhere.
The dumpster.
Well, where's my grandpa? I don't know. How's the stew?
Wait, my grandpa's name was Stu. Exactly.
Yep.
Well, Stu's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not.
We couldn't turn Pete into anything other than a hamburger, though. Sometimes we just run out of clever ideas.
So he's clearing out Harry's office, putting away his memorabilia and his old emotional pictures. There's a headshot of Jack Houston.
Jack Warden.
Jack Warden.
Jack Houston. John Peterson. Ted Kaczynski.
Dr. Rosen.
Dr. Rosen.
That's pretty stupid. They grabbed a head. What was that character's headshot for?
To show him young.
Yeah, I know, I understand, but young Harry goes out one day and decides to get a headshot. He's a bowling guy.
Yeah, why not?
does he have a headshot?
Who knows?
Ugh. Can't do that. But he finds the dream ball. Harry has crafted his ultimate bowling ball.
Which I don't know what the pro balls looked like in 79, but that looks like a lane ball to me.
What's a lane ball?
The ones that everybody uses that are plastic and don't hook.
Mm-hmm. I read you. Okay. Well, it's like Excalibur. Pulls it out of the bag. Oh! The heavens open up and trumpets are blown and doves fly out from behind the bowling alley and John Woo's back there stroking it. And
What?
Yep, that's what he does. And he's awesome with it. He's the chosen one now.
It seems like he's bowling about as good as he was bowling before.
Because you can't make bowling exciting.
Yep.
He's either already bowling tens, strikes, or he's not.
Tens.
Hey, I got a 10, guys.
Tens. High fingers. High fingers, everybody. Punch fists. I got more tens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
So he's going to go to the championship. And he makes it through the final, all the way to the final against this guy named Johnny Watkins.
Who's Dick Weber?
Dick Weber, famous
advanced
bowler.
age Dick Weber.
Yeah. And it's real boring, this tournament.
Yep.
It's them bowling. It's just them bowling.
And they bowl a game and he wins and that's it. And it's like, no, you have to bowl 3.
Oh, it's a little bit more intense than that. Johnny ends with a 245, and for Dreamer to win, he needs at least to get at least a spare, and then leave no more than 8 pins.
Or leave no more than 2.
Yeah, leave no more than 2. And the math doesn't work for dramatic purposes because he gets a spare, or he hits a spare, and then the next one he gets a strike. What you should do is have him get a strike, and then the 7-10 split. He's got to hit the 7-10 split. That's you got to have the hardest thing happen.
No one can hit that shot.
Oh, I've seen it done in Kingpin.
Oh. Doesn't his hand stick to it, though?
Yeah,
That's why it works.
it's pretty funny.
That movie's really not that funny.
Oh, really?
It was okay.
I bet you it's funnier in this one.
Oh, yes.
I bet you I like it a lot more.
Yeah, and in terms of our keeping an eye out for whether if Kingpin borrowed anything, Kingpin borrowed nothing from this film.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So they get their bowling lane. Hooray. He won. They buy this thing. And their fucking name... What was... It was like awesome bowling lanes. Or Harry's bowling alley.
Harry White's Memorial Bowling Alley.
In neon.
Yeah.
And then proprietors. Karen and Dreamer
Yeah,
Cunningham.
Like you put your own name on the business sign.
Proprietors.
Yep.
Nope. You don't.
You don't do it.
Ain't shit. All right. Who wants to ask me a question?
I have one question.
Okay.
Why does he have 2 vacuums? He gets kicked out and he has these 2 vacuums.
That made me do a spit take, Sam, of my coffee. God damn it.
I just don't.
Why does he have a vacuum at all?
He has 2 vacuums.
He's got 2 of them. He doesn't need any. He lives with somebody else.
They're identical vacuums, too.
His worldly possessions are a bowling ball, bowling shoes, 1 suitcase, and 2 identical vacuum cleaners. And he left him outside the houseboat too.
Yep.
Oh,
my God. Maybe that's his revenge plan.
She comes home like, my God, these carpets look great. Son of a bitch! That son of a bitch got me one last time. Oh.
I was going to say that he stole hers as well. I don't know. No, he took the vacuum cleaner. Those are expensive. It's 1978.
That's why he has 2 of them. These are top models. Oh.
He got them on sale.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's doing part-time. He's a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman.
Maybe.
Jesus. Jackie?
I don't have any questions.
Okay, good. Did he get that car out of the lake? You ever do that? Because he was going to get arrested.
Well, I think that the cops are on his side at that point, and they just leave it there.
Oh, he's such a hero.
Yeah.
Inspiration to all that they're like, you don't have to pull that car out of that waterway.
There's 10 in there already.
Yeah, no shit. We'll just keep that dammed up and change the ecological system of this entire community. Lead poisoning in the water.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Spider redeem himself?
It looks like he's made it with what's-her-face, the other
Elaine.
waitress.
Yeah. So is he
They look to be like a couple now.
a good guy all of a sudden?
He's found love, Justin.
He seems like he's part of the team. Like, hey, Spider's always been one of our friends. Spider was not your fucking friend.
No, I think he was always part of the team. He was the designated rapist.
Yes.
The
Oh,
old
man.
DR position on the team. Well, we're in the American League. We can't let the pitcher hit. We need this guy. The bartender doesn't show up again. He actually works there, and he doesn't get to be part of the rah-rah
crew,
club.
yeah. Yeah, all right.
I came up with another question while we're thinking about it. Is the older gal, Angie, the hottest of the 3 waitresses?
She looks like the maid from the Brady Bunch.
She was the girlfriend of one of the characters in Gomer Pyle, this television
Oh
series.
my
Yeah.
God.
She has a better figure than the other 2 girls. Her hair doesn't do her any justice, but I think she's actually better looking than both Suzanne Blakely and whoever what is the other one's name? Elaine.
Elaine.
Yeah.
I thought Elaine was kind of cute, but not.
I thought the old lady was better looking than
Yeah,
Elaine.
I think I'm gonna go with the old lady too.
All right.
Okay. Final recommendations. Jackie, go.
No.
Sam, go.
No, not.
Me, go. Fuck no. This movie sucks. Not worth even laughing at. We couldn't even riff on this thing.
No,
We
it
were
was
just-
too hard to riff on.
There's just nothing happens.
It conquered us. It defeated us.
Yep.
Ugh. All right, next week is my pick. I think it's Commando.
Is it Commando?
I think it's Commando time.
Some sweet pan flute.
Yeah, with special guest Tucker, our good friend Tucker from the now defunct If We Made It podcast. So come back, because we all know how much everybody loves Commando, so it should be a fun episode. Get to the chopper.
With your 2 vacuums.
You gotta clean the floor in those.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.
Your guy must have the longest dick ever. I don't know how long his legs are. It's crotchal area in this trophy.
You gotta have low pants for bowling.
Oh.
No, you don't.
That is definitely something you don't have to have.
Actually, you want as much in-seam egress as possible because of the sliding and if your pants are falling down, you're not going to bowl well.
Oh, okay.
Gonna have a bad time.
Gonna have a bad time.
God damn it. All right, you guys ready?